What if I told you the fastest way to truly master anything, from quantum physics to your quarterly budget, isn't by cramming more information, but by teaching it to a 5-year-old? Sounds counterintuitive, right? Yet this seemingly absurd approach is the secret weapon used by one of history's most brilliant minds, Nobel laureate Richard Feynman. It's called the Feynman Technique, and it promises to transform how you learn, think, and solve problems, turning complex subjects into crystal-clear insights in just minutes. Richard Feynman wasn't just a physicist, he was a master explainer. His genius lay not just in understanding the universe, but in his uncanny ability to distill incredibly complex ideas into their simplest, most understandable forms. The Feynman technique, in its essence, is a 4-step process for radical simplification and deep learning. Here's how it works. Step 1. Choose a concept. Pick any topic you want to understand deeply. Write down everything you know about it on a blank sheet of paper or a whiteboard. Step 2. Pretend to teach it to a child. Now, explain this concept in the simplest possible language, as if you were explaining it to a highly intelligent 5-year-old. Avoid jargon. Use analogies a child could grasp. If you can't, it's a red flag. Step 3. Identify your knowledge gaps. This is where the magic happens. As you try to simplify, you'll inevitably hit areas where your explanation falters, where you resort to complex terms, or where you simply don't know why something is the way it is. These are your true learning gaps. Go back to your source material, books, lectures, articles, and fill these gaps. Step 4. Simplify and organize. Once you've filled your gaps, go back and revise your explanation. Refine it. Organize it logically. Tell a story. Make it so simple and clear that anyone could understand it. You're not just understanding the information. You're building a mental model of it. This process forces you beyond surface-level memorization into true comprehension. It's like a knowledge filter, stripping away all the fluff until only the core essence remains. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. That's the Feynman insight. So how does this apply to real life beyond a textbook? Let's start with decision-making. We often grapple with complex choices, career shifts, big investments, relationship dilemmas, not because we lack information, but because we haven't truly understood the underlying factors. Imagine you're facing a major career decision. Should you take a promotion that means more money but also more stress? Or pursue a passion project with uncertain income? Applying the Feynman technique here means breaking down each option. For the promotion, what is the core benefit? Financial security, prestige. What is the core cost? Time. Mental load, impact on personal life. Explain each to your imaginary 5-year-old. Can you truly articulate why a higher salary makes you happy? Or why stress is a problem? Often, our indecision comes from unarticulated assumptions, hidden beliefs about what success or happiness truly means to us. The Feynman technique forces these assumptions into the light. By simplifying each variable, you can see if your reasons hold up, if they truly align with your values, or if you're just getting caught up in superficial details. This isn't just about clarifying the options, it's about clarifying your values. You're not just making a decision, you're understanding why you're making it. Next, let's look at wealth and investing. The financial world thrives on complexity and jargon. Terms like diversification, asset allocation, futures contracts, or PE ratios can intimidate and confuse, leading us to either blindly follow advice or avoid investing altogether. Applying the Feynman technique means cutting through this noise. If you're considering a new investment strategy, try to explain it as simply as possible. What is diversification? It means not putting all your eggs in one basket. What is a stock? It's a tiny piece of a company you own. What is a bond? It's lending money to someone who promises to pay you back with interest. When you simplify these concepts, you quickly identify who truly understands them and who's just parroting buzzwords. A surprising insight here is that many so-called experts rely on complex language to mask the simplicity or even the weakness of their ideas. If an advisor can't explain their strategy in terms a bright 10-year-old could grasp, they likely don't fully understand it themselves, or they're intentionally obscuring something. This technique empowers you to make informed financial decisions, rather than feeling overwhelmed by complexity. Finally, let's explore relationships and communication. Misunderstandings often arise because we fail to articulate our thoughts, feelings, or needs clearly, or we struggle to truly grasp another's perspective. Imagine a conflict with a loved one. Instead of getting caught in emotional tangents, try applying Feynman. What am I truly upset about? Try to explain it in one simple sentence. What do they mean when they say X? Try to rephrase their statement in your own simple words, and then check for understanding. This process forces empathy and clarity. By attempting to simplify their perspective to your imaginary 5-year-old, you challenge your own biases and assumptions. It's a powerful tool for bridging communication gaps, not just for explaining your side, but for truly listening and understanding the other person's core message. It helps you get to the root cause of friction, rather than just arguing about the symptoms. This is about learning people, not just facts. The Feynman technique works because it taps into a deeper mental model. First principles thinking. It's about breaking down problems to their fundamental truths, the smallest units that are undeniably true, and then reasoning up from there. It's the opposite of reasoning by analogy, or just doing things the way they've always been done. Feynman didn't just understand physics. He understood the first principles of the universe. And by using his technique, you too can strip away the layers of assumption and jargon to reveal the foundational truths of any subject. This isn't just about learning faster. It's about thinking clearer and solving problems more effectively than you ever thought possible. It's about owning your understanding. Your challenge this week. Pick one complex idea you're currently grappling with, a work project, a personal goal, a new skill, and apply the Feynman technique. Try to explain it to an imaginary 5-year-old. You'll be amazed at how quickly you uncover your blind spots and solidify your understandings. If you found this exploration of the Feynman technique helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Mindframe for more insights into mental models, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We're constantly dissecting the strategies of the world's greatest thinkers to help you master your mind. And if you're interested in diving even deeper into foundational thinking, make sure to check out our video on First Principles Thinking, linked right here. What topic will you Feynmanize first? Let us know in the comments below.